What up, guys? Mad Viking here. Uh, Realizing it's Monday and I'm at home, I have free time. I figured this is probably a good time to bust this video out for Wednesday's show lineup for AEW Dynamite, which is actually Fyter Fest. They are doing Fyter Fest, of course, is a pay-per-view, but I guess they decided it. Well, it wasn't really a pay-per-view, was it? Last year, I think it was on the Fight Network or Fight Channel, whatever it was, but I don't think it was an actual legit pay-per-view. So that's what I'm thinking, because I was like a month or two ago was Double or Nothing. So no, it's not an actual pay-per-view, but it was an event that they had on their schedule. I'm sure it was just like Fight for the Fallen, which makes me wonder what happened to Fight for the Fallen. But I mean, we're in different times. I mean, the world's changed right now. It's out of our hands. But it's a 2-night event. We're getting it July 1st, and I think the next one was July 8th? The next show, night 2. Now, of course, WWE has got to be the bearer of whatever, and they're doing Bash at the Beach. I don't know if it's 2 nights, but I'm sure it is because they're trying to compete. They're trying to muddy the waters for AEW Dynamite, which for whatever reason they did this last week. Apparently they blew them out of the water. I don't know the ratings, but NXT beat AEW, and that one is a head scratcher to me because I watched both shows, and AEW was phenomenally better. If you watched any of the highlights or watched the show, I don't know what was the draw with NXT. The Killian Dane match, not Killian Dane, is it Killian Cross, Karrion Cross versus whatever the hell they call him. That was just a squash match. And yeah, the 3-way was good, but it wasn't phenomenal. And there was a couple filler junk matches, but I mean, it was, I don't know, just didn't beat Dynamite to me in my eyes, or my opinion. But for the first night of Fyter Fest, we're going to get Jurassic Express with Marco Stunt versus MJF and Wardlow. Looking forward to this. Getting to see another Luchasaurus Wardlow entanglement. That's a match from last week. If you haven't seen yet, you need to go and see because it was phenomenal. Luchasaurus versus Wardlow. I predicted that match wrong. I got a lot of matches I predicted wrong on that show. But next up on the card lineup for the night, we're gonna get Private Party. Is it first time ever versus Santana and Ortiz? This should be really good. When I say that, usually for WWE matches, it always gets thrown in my face because it's not good. But this should be a blockbuster. We're gonna get Penelope Ford versus Shida Hagar, women's champion. I don't know what's with this super push all of a sudden of Penelope. She will be there with Sabin, of course. They have, like I said, I don't get it because she's been non-existent on the cards for a long time. Which just, what I've said in a few of these videos, I don't like predictable matches, and this one is more than predictable. We're going to... Is that night 1? I'm getting lost here. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're also going to be getting Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, the Tag Team Champions, versus Best Friends. I won't say this one's predictable, but it is too. This one's predictable. But should be another good match. Best Friends, I don't know if they're still on that big win streak. I think they are. So let me do my predictions here. Wardlow got the win. I don't know. Jurassic Express just does not get wins. And I'm super high on Luchasaurus. Is MJF and Wardlow going to win? Well, it wasn't MJF last week, but I mean, he'll win by association. Are they going to get another win? I don't know. I don't want to pick Jurassic Express and have this as a loss, but I'm going to. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for punishment. So I'm going to say Jurassic Express ekes out a win here. I've been really popping hard for the Marco Stunt stuff in the last few weeks. I was just laughing last week because I was really starting to hate that dude. Now I just love his stuff. If he makes me laugh, I enjoy it. I've changed my mind on him. Private Party versus Santana and Ortiz. Don't know what to think here. Santana and Ortiz have not been on any sort of a win streak here recently. And Private Party really hasn't been around. They've only been back a few weeks out of their quarantine. Eyes in the prize would say Ortiz and Santana for the win, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. Penelope Ford versus Sheeta. Sheeta's winning. There's no discussion here. Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, best friends. I don't think the titles are coming off of Omega and Page just yet. I don't think it's happening. So that's who I'm going to say wins. In the main event, we're going to get Cody versus Hagar. I don't think Cody's hanging up this title anytime soon either. Right now, I think they're just feeding talent to him. It's more than obvious, like with Archer. Archer lost. Archer hasn't been on TV since then. He's been on the Dark, AEW Dark. So Hagar's just the next guy in line. And Cody for the win. So, of course, for the night's competition for the Great American Bash, we're going to get Rhea Ripley versus Aaliyah versus Robert Stone. Not versus Aaliyah and Robert Stone versus Rhea Ripley, with the stipulation being if either one of them pin Rhea, she has to join the Robert Stone collective brand, whatever it is. I won't get into that yet. We're going to get a strap match. Dexter Loomis versus Roderick Strong. I always get him and Cedric confused. We're going to get a 4-way women's match. Dakota Kai versus Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae and Tegan Nox. We're going to... When I just looked it up, I didn't see this advertised, but I mean, this has been on Twitter and stuff. So we're going to get NXT Women's Champion versus Sasha Banks. That's going to be their big thing for night one. We'll get into the Shirai match. Banks is coming in to pop the ratings. That's all she's there for. NXT's desperate, so desperate to beat AEW. You can't tell me that it doesn't get thrown in their face. But I don't see Banks winning here. I just don't. What she had the belt for... well, I guess she's had it a couple months. Yeah. Month and a half. But Shirai obviously will win here. The winner of the 4-way match, I don't know. Dakota Kai is on like a push, a roll. LeRae is being pushed. I wouldn't say she's on a roll. Nox is around and Mia Yim is just around. They're just spot fillers. But Dakota Kai is going to have obviously backup. So I'm going to stick with her, and I'm going to say Dakota Kai wins. The strap match, Loomis versus Strong. I didn't really... When Loomis started doing this character, which he's been doing since Impact days, but it's a little bit different in NXT, I really didn't think it was going to get over at all in the company, and he's getting a push, and people like it. He's even a babyface with that character, oddly enough. But this will be a strap match. I've liked this storyline. I mean, it's been played out very well. I like it. But who do I see winning here? I don't know. I would say Loomis. I mean, what do? You have him traumatized Strong all this time, and then he loses. So I'm going to pick Loomis over Strong. We got Ripley versus Aaliyah and Robert Stone. Granted, it would make it very interesting if Aaliyah and Stone beat Rhea Ripley, but I don't see that happening. Unless there's some shenanigans and Stone secretly has a backup plan. You know, another wrestler's going to get involved and jump Ripley. Are they going to really do that to her? Granted, I don't see her getting in the main event. Well, not the main event picture, but I don't see her getting back in the title picture while Io is the champion. So, I don't know. It would give her something to do for a little bit until she finds a way to get out. I don't know. But I'm going to say Ripley wins. So, guys, that is the night one of, which will be a ratings war, obviously, for Fyter Fest and the Great American Bash, which Cody and family are not thrilled, by the way, that they're using this name again. But anyways, that is it for night 1. I will give you night 2 next week. I guess it depends on who you're rooting for and what brand who has the more stacked show. But night 1, I don't know. I think I'm a little bit more invested in Fyter Fest. So that is it, guys. Hit like, leave a comment, tell me what you think of this tonight. Who do you think is going to win, match-wise, rating-wise? Hit that notification bell for so you don't miss any future content. Why am I getting the brain fart all of a sudden? I think that's it. I will catch you guys in the next video. I'll leave it at that. Mad Viking out.